Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a brand new episode of all the mods online to this guide. In the last episode guys, well, we did a new island and as you can see, I made a few changes and that is because, well, the Plains Islands is not that attractive really and I was a bit disappointed on that. So we created this platform in here and this is going to be the hub for all the mechanism stuff that we are going to need. Now, if you remember the last episode, we talked at length about all these different systems that we are having with a mechanism, if you remember. And if you remember, we talked about the processing factory, and we said as well that we are going to do this. And as you can see, well, all is done. So I'm going to explain in a second how this is working, which, by the way, I think is working very, very well indeed. So let me show you very quickly how that works, but I will explain it to you in a second before I show you a couple of new things, and then we can actually go through the process should you actually want to do it yourself. In addition to that, I put a manual oak in here as well. Well, just because I think it's important that we have it. There you have it. And look at these guys. My goodness, this is going crackers. Look, the amount of shards and everything that we are having is doing very, very well indeed. So, there you have it. One thing that I want to do as well is get some emeralds because I seen the trader around here and I believe he's having something quite interesting to offer. So if we find him, well, we will do. Oh, there you have it. It's right here. And I think a little friend in here have these ultra vector plates and that's really good to make more farms. And you know what? I'm going to get, I think, oh, we can actually get any more than just the one. Well, that's interesting. But you know what? We get 4 of those, which is very nice. Thank you very much. And because we have a free resource of gems, well, it's not a big deal either. So, with that in mind, let me grab, I don't know, osmium chunks, for example. What else we can actually get to make these things going? And aluminium, that will be great if we can actually do this. So, with that in mind, I think it's time to get those going. Those and those like so. And then we are going to go to our little system in here and it's to start working. As I said, I'm going to explain later on how this thing works. We have a hopper here as well, so I'm going to place both of those. And as you can see, the system start working very nice. Now, we have plenty of power at the moment, 32 FE per tick. But you will see that in a minute, we are going to run out of power. And that is what this episode is going to be about, guys. We are going to get into lava power, hopefully, and see how that goes. But you can see now that we are processing on the purification chamber, which is going to take us straight to the crusher. The crusher is going to then to crush the osmium clumps into, let me show you very quickly, into a dirty osmium dust. Then we are going to have it on the energizer here, which then is going to process it, of course. And we are going to get finally the osmium. So I will explain later on how that works. But something else that I need to do in this episode is to work on soul sand. It's going to be important and that will be for future episodes. And we will explain one thing at a time, guys, so you actually can follow along should you want to. By the way, thank you very much for my 4,077 subscribers for the support. Thank you very much for that. So things that we have done and we need to do. Look, I created a new island in here. By the way, I opened all the sheep. They are freely going around. And I thought that was really nice to create this flourishing island that we created. And that's a good reason for that. And the reason being is that here we are going to actually cultivate all this soul sand, which is going to be very important. Now, you remember soul sand, which is very simple. To create, we are going to need witch water and we are going to need sand. And to create witch water is obtained by putting water in a barrel on top of mycelium. And if you remember, we have mycelium already from up there. So, my friends, that is what we're going to do. We are going to get mycelium and we are going to place it right here. Okay, guys, and because we have, of course, the enchanter site, we can actually access all the system remotely. How cool is that? And I think that we have some spores here. Oh, look at this. We have plenty of spores. My goodness, my goodness. I think that we are going to need just the one. And it's a good reason for that, my friends. So, how this is going to work? Well, we are going to get the mycelium in here. And we are going to try to get one of these grass blocks, maybe, and get that one converted to mycelium. Now, one thing that we are going to do in addition to that is get some dirt. And I'm pretty sure that that is going to spread to the dirt easily. So I'm hoping that that is going to be the case. It should definitely get mycelium spread all over here. And with that, then we can actually start setting up the little farm that we are going to make for the witch water, which is going to be really important to create, of course, the soul sand, so we can actually have that in abundance. So let's see if that works and see what happens in the morning. And as you can see, we have a few mobs around as well, and you know what, why not give it a go? Now, if we hold our novice spellbook and press V, you can actually select the spells that you want that quickly. So we are going to see if we can actually get them. And as you can see, you have already this little guy coming in here. Oh, you come coming here as well. Okay, dokie. So we have some company. Let's see if we can actually get rid of them quickly. One is down. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Up you go. Where are you? Oh my goodness. Okay, so that one is done as well. This can be quite powerful, as you can see. So this area is going to be quite dodgy to actually be able to get rid of these guys because, frankly, it's quite dark. So we are going to have to do something about that at some point. But as you can see, it's quite strong, actually. We are going to have to be careful here, guys, because these guys can be definitely very, very strong. See how that goes. See if we can actually kill him. Keeping an eye on the health, of course. Mana as well. We are going to need mana. You know what? I think it's time to face the music and see how that goes, my friends. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Come on, scam! You go out there and oh no! Oh no! No! Oh no! My goodness! I think that everything survived. I think, but that was close, guys. That we have to be so careful in here. You know what? I think it's time to get out of here as quick as we can. My goodness, guys, because yeah, that's what happened when you know we do that. And keep in mind that we are fully diamond as well. So, you know what? I think it's time to go sleep. Good night. Good night. I'm not getting involved. Okay, guys. So that was a bit too much, I think. So you know what? Let's take it nice and slowly. Let's make some things in here that we need, like some steaks and all the good stuff that we have in here. And well, let's see how this little farm that we are creating is going for a second. Well, as you can see, well, nothing has happened, but you know what? I think that we are going to do it our way. It's going to be the easiest way to do it, and I thought that could actually spread out. That is, oh no, this is the way it goes. My goodness. So let's get the spores back again, and then we can actually convert all this very quickly. So we're going to do maybe a 3x3 right there. What about we do just the 9? I think that's going to be pretty cool if we can do that. In addition to that, we're going to need wooden barrels. So let's make them very quickly. Can we make those? Let me see. I wonder if we have any because we created so many of those. We have stone barrels, but not the normal barrels that we need. Okay, so see how that goes. Now, as you can see, well, we are going to need 9 of these guys. We are going to need some slabs, and I'm pretty sure that we have a slab. We have planks as well. I mean, we should have planks. My goodness, surely we have oak planks. I mean, surely. Oh, my goodness. Okay, let's see what we have in here. Oh, look at that. Okay, let me just retrieve all those. And we are going to create some more planks because we are going to need it eventually anyway. Then we are going to create some more slabs. There you have it. And then you guys come here. And then we can actually create another 8. Oh, my goodness. What happened there? Okay, so let me make another one then. Yeah, this is very weird how this works, actually. But you know what? Okay, well, it is what it is. If that's the way that we need to do it, that's the way we need to do it. That's it. But I thought that we could actually get more going that way. We have then a total of 5. We are going to need some more. My goodness. Hopefully, we are going to need another 4. So there you have it. Okay, guys, and as you can see, now we have the 9. So we are going to place them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And with that, well, we are going to need water. It's going to be the next thing that we are going to need. Let's do this. And eventually it's going to be converted. You can see already on the top left corner, that's the progression bar, 25%. Thank you very much. Let's fill them all up, and then we can actually start getting that lovely soul sand that we are going to need in a second. And with that, my friends, there you have it. We are just pretty much ready to go. Now we have the witch water, and with that, what we are going to need, of course, is going to be some sand. My goodness. Let me do that very quickly. Let's grab some sand in here. We have plenty of that. And what we're going to do is right-click on them, and as you can see, we now have plenty of soul sand that we are going to need. And with that, enchant us IDs, and let's go put them back into the system. Thank you very much. Brilliant. Now, something else I want to check very quickly is the quest line. So I'm going to collect everything in here. We have a bone for whatever reason. Not too sure what quest that would be, but never mind. Now, we are going to get back to the power. And one thing that we are going to need for this lava, well, we are going to need thermal generators. That are going to be really important. One of the best options for passive power, the thermal generator, will produce Fe when placed over a heat source. That could be lava and giving a steady supply of water, which we are going to need a sink as well. So you know what? We are here anyway. I think that we can remove this one as well. Let me see if we can remove that one. We are going to need a sink, which is going to be very easy to achieve. There you have it. Now we have a sink in here as well. And if we go back to the power, we have the thermostat in here, as you can see. There are currently 3 blocks you can place this over, okay? A magma block, which produces the lowest, a lava source block, with is a little better, or a block of blazing crystal. Okay, block of blazing crystal. I wonder if we can actually do that. Blazing crystal. That sounds like a very, very expensive indeed. So you know what? Let me see if we can actually do it. If we can actually do it, it's going to be great. Blazing crystal is going to be one of these. Oh my goodness, yeah. Oh, there you have it. How we get this thing? Okay, we are going to need energizing. Oh, we are going to need energizing orbs and energizing rods. Okay, so that's going to be. Look at this amount of Fe per tick, 810,000. Wow, that's brutal. By the way, you could use magmatic dynamos. I put them in here for you to see. But these things only are going to produce 80 Fe per tick, which is really not what we're looking for. Because when you keep in consideration the fact that these wind generators are producing about 190 Fe per tick, I think, each. Well, certainly we need more than that, and I'll show you why I mean that in a second when I explain to you the process. And as you can see, 192 Fe per tick, and there you have it. And these magmatic dynamos only produce 80, so keep that in mind as well. Okay, so let's go back to the system in here. Let me explain how this works very quickly, and then we can actually start moving on. Hopefully, nothing has been damaged, as you can see. Okay, well, let me explain. We have the power coming through the wind generators. Now, as you can see, everything is producing power very nicely. We have the energy pipes attached to all the machines to produce power, obviously. And then we have in here, of course, the electrolytic separator. And what it thinks it does is separate oxygen from hydrogen. That's really important. And then we have set up the right side of the machine, the electric separator, as you can see, is on the right side, with a basic pressurized tubes all the way to the purification chamber. So that is getting now all the oxygen that it needs to produce what it needs to produce. But you can see the power is very, very low. Independently, that we have 5 of these wind generators going. So that is what we need to work on. Of course, we have a sink as well, producing water to the electrolytic separator, and the water from the sink, as you can see, is going to be separated into oxygen and hydrogen. So that is the idea, guys. That is how they are. In addition to that, I place a hopper in here so it can actually work all the process, and I'm going to explain the process in a second once again. As you can see, now we have aluminum ingots, we have osmium ingots, whatever you want, really. Look at the amount of ingots. So let's go back again. Okay, so once again, we are going to need a bit of lead ore as well in here, I think. And you know what? Just to try the different things. We need nickel as well in there. And maybe we can actually have some copper as well. That will be great. Obviously, we need to convert them first to the actual blocks, as you can see. And the blocks are going then to be put into the process. So let me explain how the process works. A very, very simple setup. The only thing that you need to do, of course, is follow the quest line and you'll get there. Remember as well that you are going to have some type of inventory at the back. I prefer to do the diamond barrels from sophisticated storage, mainly because we can upgrade it and update it and do all that good stuff. But one thing that you need to keep in consideration as well when setting up these machines is the all of them by coming to the set configuration button as set to eject on. If you don't have that eject on set, obviously it won't eject what is producing. So that's really important. And the same thing for the crusher, has to eject it. As you can see, it's creating clamps and it's ejecting it to the enrichment as a dirty aluminum dust, which is going to be ejected, of course, to the energizer smelter, as you can see. Okay, so that is the way it works. Okay, so let me show you how this is going to work. I'm going to put all those 3 in there. The copper ore is going to be placed through the hopper into the purification chamber. As you can see, we have then all created in here. It's going to purify it. They're going to create clamps Now the clamps are going to come into the crusher, which are going to be crushed into dust, I believe. So let's see if that is the case. I think that it's going to be converted into dust. Yeah, there you have it. Now the dust is going to come to the enrichment chamber, and then it's going to be converted once again into the copper dust. And the dust, of course, is going to be then converted into copper ingots. So that is the process, guys, that is to follow. Now, one thing, as I said, is the power is not doing well in here, hence why we need to work on that. And the easiest options, well, it's going to be the thermal generators. As you can see, we have two of those things. We have the starter here, which is going to produce 80 Fe. 40 Fe. This is the basic ones that we can actually create, and then we can actually create the basic one, which creates 80 Fe. But not only that, if you go back again, you can actually go all the way to, well, whatever you want, to nitro, which is going to be insanely. But if we could go up to the thermal generator hardened, that could actually produce quite a lot. In actual fact, generates 150 Fe. Now, you will say, well, it's not much different, one of those to one of the wind generators. The thing is that if you had, for example, and 3 or 4 of those at the same time, well, that could actually duplicate or triplicate the amount of what we get from the wind generator. So that is what we are doing, guys. So with that in mind, I think that we could give it a good go. So let's get first the starter generator. We can actually create this, and we're going to need a few things in here. The dielectric paste is going to be the first one. Oh, look at that. We can actually get clay balls with blaze powder, which we have plenty of those, and certainly we have plenty of coal. And you know what? I'm going to create 32 of those. I think it's going to be more than enough. Let's go back to the starter again. We are going to create basic capacitors, which are tiny. And to create those, we are going to need a block of redstone. Okay, so I'm going to have to create about 10 of those, I think. My goodness, to create these things, it's just, oh my goodness. All right, and by the way, you need to create the starter first before you can create the basic and so on. So keep that in mind. So now I think it's time to create these guys. We are going to create one in there. I think it's going to be enough for that, what we want. And we are going to create 2 of those. I'm going to get maybe 8, just in case that we need them. My goodness, this thing is just insanely amazing. We are going to need dielectric casing, of course. This is going to be important. And to do that, of course, we have plenty of iron ingots, you already know. Dielectric rods, which we already can actually build them straight away. Now, one thing that we can do as well, let me see, we can actually set those this way. We can actually create another 8, but in addition to that, we are going to need, of course, as well, the horizontal ones. So just to make you aware of that, let me make a couple more here and there. We're going to need another 8, and I think that that's going to be pretty much enough to create the dielectric casing. There you have it. Now we have 1. I'm going to put 2 in there because if we actually get a thermal generator, the basic one, we may need that one as well. So clear that recipe. And the next is thermal plates. Look at that. We can actually create it because we have the basic capacitors. We are going to need 3 of these little guys. So there you have it, 3 of those. And that, my friends, is going to give us the thermal generator started. And with that, a quest has been completed. Let me see. Oh, it's going to be the getting started page in here. Oh, you can see, there you have it. So we get, oh, dielectric casing. Thank you very much. That is a really nice little thing that we can actually grab. And I think we open a new quest somewhere. You're going to get dielectric paste. So there you have it. Okay, brilliant. So let's see how this is going to work, guys. Now remember, of course, that we have very close by this infinite amount of lava resources is producing through the extractor. We did this in episode 102. So if you're interested in how that works, you can actually go and have a look. And then I created these steps in here on the background. And I created this pool in here, and that's going to be important. So what we're going to need? Well, the first thing is going to be the sink. Then we're going to place it right in there. And then one thing that we are going to need in addition to that is going to be basic mechanical pipes. I believe it is. Let me see if that is going to be the case. I think that that's going to be the case. So we are going to place them all the way down here, just like that. We are going to place lava in here as well. And do we have any lava with us, I wonder? That will be interesting to see if we have any lava. Let me check very quickly. We don't have any lava, but we certainly have a bucket, and that is what we need. So now we can actually, once we have the thermal generator created, we can actually place it right there. And what we're going to do is put the lava in here. It has to be a lava block, not lava flowing or flowing. Keep that in mind as well. And hopefully this thing is going to start creating some power. Now, one thing, as you can see, the fluid is off, and that is because, well, we haven't done anything in here. And to do that, we are going to need the configurator. So we are going to get, that's push, it's going to be pull. Thank you very much. Let me get that out of here very quickly. And with that, you can see now the coolant is water and it's completely full. So something is working in here, guys. Let's get some lava going. And by the way, we will tidy up all this at some point. Maybe, who knows? I like the mess amount when you play with mechanism. I like the dirtiness and the mess of all the machines and the noise and all that. It's just very environmentally gorgeous. Okay, so let me go back again. Well, video is going for very long today, so we are going to have to be aware of that as well. Now, let's grab that lava, and hopefully this thing is going to work the way I want. And of course, then we are going to use the energy pipes, and we are going to hook up all these different thermal generators to the machines down here. And then maybe we leave the wind generators. Who knows? They look nice in there. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think, guys? Let me see if we can actually create this thing. Okay, as you can see, well, we have some power going, my friends. There you have it. That is how cool it is. It's going to it's generating 40% FE per tick, as you can see, and the maximum extract is going to be 80% FE per tick. So now we could, of course, upgrade this thing once again, and this is going to be the starter, so we know it's working somehow. Thank you very much. We could actually put more lava, all the good stuff. Let's see how that goes. But as you can see, well, it's definitely going very well indeed. So what else we can actually do? Well, I think it will be very interesting. Let me grab my things in here, put things that we don't need at the moment in the oh, we have some water everywhere now, my goodness. Okay, and I think that with that, that's going to be the 40, this is going to be the 80, so we could actually create an additional one. What do you think, guys? You know what? I think that we can actually do that. Let me make sure that the one that we create is the starter, because I'm getting a bit confused, my goodness. This is the starter gen. As you can see, look at that bar going 18, 81, 82, sorry, 18, 7, 9, 19, all that good stuff. So it's definitely doing very, very well. So if you are into the power and mod mechanism and all that good stuff, remember the lava power is very, very powerful. Okay, so and it's very easy to set up as well. So there you have it. Okay, so let me grab anything else that we are going to need. I think that we need to go to the enchanter's eye. This is going to be the best way to do it, and definitely we are working on the basic one, and it's going to be very very cool. You see, now we need the starter one, so we are going to have either to produce one or go up there and get that one going. But you know what? I think that we have enough to create these things, because we are going to need, I think that we are going to need 6 of those. But you know what? If I remember correctly, oh yeah, we are going to need some more of those as well. We are going to get 4 of those. My goodness, my goodness. Yeah, we are going to need 1 of those. There you have it. And now we should be able to create the start. The basic, oh my goodness, we need to create the basic one. Of course we do. Okay, so we are going to need a dielectric casing, which is going to be easy to make. There you have it. And finally, we are going to need 2 more of those. That's it. 1. We are going to need blaze powders. Okay, so you know what? Because we need more blaze powder. And this is why it's so cool to have all these mechanisms working together, because eventually, well, they work in harmony, and that's pretty cool. So you know what? Let me grab all those. Let me put them into the system, as you can see in here. And then finally, I think that we can be able to get the basic going as well. Oh, we need 1 more of those things as well. Okay. Okay, so that should be now all sorted. We have the starter running already, and this is going to be the basic. Thank you very much. And we should have a quest coming. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, so that's going to be the basic one. Let me see if we've done the right thing in here, my friends. Let me see if this is going to work the way we think it's going to work. But yeah, I wanted to show you how wonderful this thing can be for sure. So this is going to be the starter. This is going to be the basic. And the same thing, we are going to attach it to that. And I'm hoping, as you can see, now we have plenty of water as well. And it's starting to generate, of course, the power. Now, this one in particular is going to produce, you see the max extract is 320, whilst this one is only 80. So we could actually make another one here. Even the hardened one could go in here as well. And then hook up all these things down here. That could be pretty cool indeed. Before we finish the episode, guys, something else I want to show you. I moved everything related to Ars Nouveau to this little island in here. I thought it was really nice, the setting of it. So we have everything ready here should we wanted to carry on with Ars Nouveau. And you can see we have 13% full in here and 1% full in here. And that is because we are using a agronomic source link. And what that means, well, let me show you very quickly, guys. If I collect all these seeds, and I'm going to replant them again, I'm going to, you can see now the source is coming straight into the things. So that's pretty cool, because what you can do, of course, is just plant these things in here, leave them growing, and as they grow, it's going to get all the source into the jar. So that's a nice thing that you can do. And of course, you can actually make this as big as you want. It's just an example of how that works should you want to do that. Remember to use your Enchanter's Eye, because this is the best thing. My goodness, it's so good. And, well, I think that we have something going on. So, next episode, guys, we are going to hook up everything if we can. And as you can see, nighttime is coming once again. These little fellas is starting to come. And I think it's time to go to bed. There you have it, guys. A bit tired today, so yeah, I had to have a seat. You have it. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope it helps. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next daily upload, guys. Until then, take great care.